because it is murder, and it triggers something inside. Maybe it's a personal reason, but God judges it. And in the end of the day, even after this conversation, only you and God knows what is in your heart and what you need to, level out with Him.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
I do
shampoo,
understand.
right? Okay. You wear socks. They test these things, right? What are they gonna test it on, a tree?
But what if they were to say that they tested it on a baby? What would you say to that?
They have to test it on something.
Why not a human being?
When I was coming back from Vegas, there was a test lab. There's people signing up to go test themselves to get paid.
It's not fully developed, but it's also considered human beings, right?
But then there's also many people who have not fully developed things, like the brain.
Okay, you would say a retard person is not fully developed.
Or even with handicaps.
Slow on it. There's no such thing as...
Okay, mentally disabled. You wouldn't consider them a human being?
Yes. Do you?
I do consider them.
Why?
It doesn't matter, but this has nothing to do with
I think it does. What is trying to say? Yeah, it's not reverse psychology. If I could just explain real quick, what they're trying to say is that any argument about whether or not someone is a person cannot be dependent upon the level of development. That's what they're trying to say. Any argument by development, which if you say it's, oh, this and that one because it's less developed, is not a good reason. It's what they call arbitrary or irrational. That's what they're trying to communicate.
No, but talking about a retard and you're talking about a fetus. You know, that's totally different. You're talking about someone that's already born, who is a retard, or you're talking about something that's a fetus, that's a cell that hasn't even formed yet.
Michael, right?
David.
Now, Michael, where would you say is a person on this chart here? Where would you say is the beginning point of a fetus being a person?
The one right in front of 5 weeks.
5 weeks? Oh, right.
The one in front of 5 weeks.
Okay.
Not that one, the other one. The one in the bubble, bro. Yeah,
oh,
that
okay.
one.
In the back. Okay. All right. In the back. Okay. Now, what would you say? Why that point? What makes that a person? Right?
It looks fully formed.
Looks fully formed. Okay. At 6 week one, right? Okay.
Yeah, it looks fully formed. You
So
see everything, basically.
If I can ask you, am I saying it correctly? Your position is the reason why that is a 6 week is a human person is because it's formed. Okay. It's fully developed. Is that correct? Your position? Okay.
That's what starts to become a human being.
Okay.
No, it starts from fetus.
To become a human being.
Fertilize it.
But when it forms, when it starts forming eyes and you can see the head and everything, you know what it is.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. Is that that's what they're saying is that if it's really based upon its level of development, then that becomes arbitrary. It's the same reason someone could say, okay, someone that you guys describe as retarded, which I would say mentally challenged.
I don't use retarded. That's what I was telling you. Remember, there's no such thing as retarded. Retardation is like a mental thing. It's like a mental disorder.
Okay, yeah, and I would say if that's the case, then it becomes very arbitrary because some people are less developed than others, and yet fully human also as well.
That's what I'm. But once again, there's more. I forgot what I was about to say.
Because
there's more fetuses that are lost, like people go through miscarriages, than any of this put together. So how are you gonna stop that? If that's a natural cause, how are you gonna stop that?
Well, we're not arguing about natural causes that occur, but we're talking about the choice of abortion, the choice to abort.
Has this passed the ballot, or like is it gonna go through?
Yeah, that's a good question because abortion actually never went through any. When they allowed abortion, it was actually because of a court decision of a 5-4 opinion. Roe versus Wade in 1973. It never went through. If this was up to vote, I'm okay with that, and I hope they pick the right choice. But I mean, our laws right now is actually made arbitrarily in 1973. These judges decide.
So why don't you guys put this back up there and let's see if it passes?
Yeah, and it begins. Yeah, and I think this is where it begins. Is really engaging. We're asking you guys, like, what is the reason you guys would think? Where does people development began? You know, and that's where we're engaging here, Michael, with you and Robin, right? Ronnie, okay. Yeah. And by the way, you said this is fully formed. You said here.
No, to my eyes, okay, sure. It looks fully formed. You know, like comparing it to this. Okay. You know what I mean?
But this one also looks more fully formed.
Yeah. I'm saying from here down, I understand, but
Is it because they have a head that is very visible?
No, like everything is visible. You
Everything,
can
like
see,
including
like,
the
whole,
head,
like body and stuff,
including the head, the
Yeah.
eyes, the hands.
But if there's some pictures that they don't even have heads when they're born, or they're deformed in different ways, that I understand. But my mentality is like it looks fully formed.
At that point when
age,
it's
like
normal,
at that stage,
normally
yeah.
development
Yeah.
will be okay. Okay. So would you say if the fact that it has 2 feet, 2 legs, a head, and an eye, would say that that level of form is enough to make someone a person? Is that correct?
Yeah, to my
2
eyes,
heads.
to
2
my
legs.
eyes.
Okay.
Maybe
Now,
someone
Everybody
else
has their own
gives-
opinions
yeah.
of what they see, with their eyes, and what they feel. You know, everybody has their own hearts. Everybody has their own brains. People know what they want people to see. People know they want to.
But I would love to see this pass.
Wait, what pass? Like
Pass this on the ballot.
protecting of the unborn?
Yeah, we're here to
I
see
wanna
one.
see.
We're
I
here.
was just curious.
Like they have the most stupidest things on the ballot. Gays getting married, and why don't these type of things?
This is
go
way
up there?
Well, it does. There's Prop 4, I think, last election.
There was, yeah.
Notifying of
But
parents.
you guys don't make it noticeable. Like there's no like, okay, look, gays getting married. You see all those commercials like going up.